Let me ask you, would you like a chance to start up life again? Would you love a second chance at life? Would you want to overcome the sense of regret that fills your soul? Do you wish you had time to get things done that need to get done, time to explore everything there is, time to even take time? Do you wish you could go back to places that you visited that you so enjoyed, but you don't have the resources to do that, especially in terms of time? Do you wish you can go to places that you've heard of or read about, and you're unable to do this? Do you wish you could be released from all the limitations that you feel and you face inside your system? Do you wish you could have a guarantee of this life that is secure and an eternity that's ensured? Are you simply going to live by wish and wish? That's actually a pointer. That's a pointer that you were not really made for where you presently find yourself. It's a pointer that you were really made for the afterlife. That's kind of my focus in this talk. The afterlife guarantee, perfect future. So I want to talk first about the afterlife, then about the perfect future, and then we'll talk about the guarantee. You know, people try to consult all sorts of sources and resources for the afterlife. They look for psychic help and astrological help and mediums, as well as holotropic insight and revelation and near-death experiences and so on. But it's not very complicated. One thing we're all agreed is there's going to be death. We can sugarcoat it, we can tamper with it, we can try to dampen it. I have tried to philosophically and intellectually somehow destroy death, but death gets the better of me and I'm going to be victimized by it. Medical technology is on the verge of elongating life, maybe to 150 or 200 years. And we may be able to delay death, but you're not going to overcome it. With some expectation and hope, people try to get their heads into cryonic situations, freezing them, paying a lot of money, and perhaps in the future being resuscitated. But death is going to get the better of us. It equalizes rich and poor. It dampens our enthusiasm for life itself. We're like miners under the earth. Lady who tried to lengthen her life and delay death was Mrs. Beijing Li, who called her doctor after a massive heart attack and said, "Doctor, in about a year, my grandson is going to be graduating from high school. Can you keep me alive for 1 year?" And the doctor said, "We'll try." When the grandson graduated, Mrs. Beijing Li called the doctor and said, "You know me, I would like to see if you can keep me alive for another 2 years to be there for my granddaughter's wedding. Would you be able to do that for me, doc?" And the doctor said, "We'll do our best." Prescribed some medicines, gave her some rigorous regimen, and Mrs. Beijing Li followed it to the detail. And finally, Mrs. Beijing Li, she celebrated her 80th birthday. And she called the doctor and says, "You might remember me, doctor. I was the one, you gave me an extra year to go to my grandson's graduation. You gave me another 2 years to go to my granddaughter's wedding. Well, I have just bought a certificate of deposit with a long-term maturity date of about 20 years. People try to delay their death, but death is going to be sure. Somebody said, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. So we look at options when it comes to the afterlife. There are not really that many options. I've treated this subject on our website, and I can get you that information. Just go to our website. I would love to hear from you. I've done a talk called Killing Death, How to Kill Death Itself. Another talk on Life After Death, Options and Offers. More recently, I've done a talk on the problem of hell, how you can reverse your destination. You know, you don't have to do anything to get to hell. You just go on the way you are. But if you receive someone who can give you a rescue from hell, he can take you to the other place. There are not really many options in terms of the afterlife. Either you're going nowhere, but if you go nowhere, that's not the perfect future. At least you don't know that it's the perfect future. Or you come back here, somewhere the constituents of the scale of reality up or down, but you're never sure, and that won't be a perfect future. At least not now able to think about a perfect future that you can be guaranteed. Or you go somewhere, heaven or hell. Those are the options, aren't they?